So I was on my video, Feminism in Facebook, I think it's what it's called. I made a playlist, by the way. A playlist of feminist rants, Tumblr rants, rants in general, but the title of the playlist is just rants and whatever. Feminist rants and Tumblr rants. But I got a comment on that video. I don't know if the comment is visible to everyone else or just me. And it says, feminism is a multidisciplinary approach to male marginalization and female gender supremacy, understood through the feminist invention of patriarchy theory, and the political activism of this. Feminism is patriarchy, feminism is rape culture, feminism is sexism. Well, I'm not a feminist, but I'm going to take apart what this guy says, because I think what he says is kind of backwards in some ways, and then kind of too specific in other ways, and other, not specific enough in other ways. Pardon me yawning, it is 11:43 and I shouldn't even be making this video, but I am. So, feminism is multidisciplinary. That's what he says. Something that's multidisciplinary is something used for multiple methods of discipline. Male marginalization is female gender supremacy. Let's take apart these two things. I think I know what the second one is, but the first one is marginalization, to place in a position of power, influence, or importance. So we have feminism. We have feminism as a way to possibly discipline men in positions of power, and females who want to be superior or are. Right? This is what I think he's trying to say. And the second sentence is understood through the feminist invention of patriarchy theory and political activism. And I'm assuming political activism of the patriarchy theory. So first of all, feminists can only be understood by feminists. Or feminism can only be understood by feminists. That's a given. Only someone with half a brain would become a feminist. So it can only be understood by feminists. But wait, it can only be understood by feminists who invented the patriarchy theory and take part in political activism of the patriarchy theory. And this gets to be, this guy's being way too specific here. His name was Hoptoads. Mr. Hoptoads goes on to make the statement, feminism is patriarchy, feminism is rape culture, feminism is sexism. So let's take this apart. Patriarchy is a form of social organization in which the father is the supreme authority in the family, clan, or tribe. Descent is reckoned in the male line, with the children belonging to the father's clan or tribe. Now, I understand there's problems with that, and that's wrong. Not arguing with that. Men should not rule over everything, but neither should women. But the second definition for patriarchy is a society, community, or country based on a social organization. So, just for humor, I picked the first one when I did this. Rape culture. In my humble opinion, rape culture is the act of someone who has committed a real rape being accused of rape and then being pitied. Like those jackasses in Studentville who tweeted about it, made a video about it on YouTube, bragging about it. And people were going, well, if they get arrested and charged with this, it will ruin their football careers. So what? If you rape somebody or molest them or take advantage of them, when they are totally unable to consent, you deserve every punishment you get. Rape culture is also of someone making a false allegation and someone going to jail for it also. That's not right either. Or someone is victim blaming and saying he or she was asking for it because their clothes, what they said, what they drank, how much they drank, what they did, what they said beforehand. People saying, there's also people that are married assuming that because they're married, there's no such thing as rape. That's like saying because somebody is married to you, you are entitled to their body. You're married to them, which is a contract. But It's a contract of emotions, contract of mutual respect, mutual feelings, mutual mindset. It's not a contract of I own you, you own me. That is not what marriage is. And that's getting off the topic, but, you know, I'm gonna do this video, I'm gonna do it right. Trying not to yawn. I feel it coming, I wanna yawn. But anyways, it's, to me, rape culture is, let me re-say these things so that we don't get off topic. In my humble opinion, rape culture is the act of someone who has committed rape, being accused of it, they did actually do it, being accused of it, and then people pitying the rapist, or saying, because of their age, or because of their occupation, or something like that, that it's sad that they are going to jail. It's not sad they raped somebody, it's sad they are going to jail. To me, the second thing that is part of rape culture is if someone is making a false allegation and someone is going to jail for it. Or anyone making a false allegation, because that's taking credibility away from people who are making real allegations. There are people literally making a post about eye rape. Someone looking at you is eye rape. If someone's looking at you and you get a creepy vibe from them, find someone in the vicinity that you know, or even if you don't know them. I'm not saying walk up and talk to strangers, but I mean explain to someone, hey, this person's staring at me. When I leave this area, make sure they don't follow me. Make sure that, or, you know, something along the lines of that. There are ways to keep yourself safe. And people go, well, women shouldn't have to do that. Men shouldn't have to do that. No one should have to do that. Well, you know, people are fucked up. And if you go out in public for even 5 seconds and watch other people, you will realize the world is fucked up. Actually, you don't even have to go out in public. All you have to do is turn on your television or go on the internet. The world is fucked up. People are fucked up. People are deranged, and they will do things to people for no reason. But that doesn't give you the, you know, right to say someone's raping you because they're staring at you. The third one is victim blaming. That is part of rape culture. People blame the person who was raped for being raped. To me, a little bit of rape culture is also, because a woman was raped, she should have to keep the baby. Because that's, you know, but I'm not getting into abortion or not abortion here. I think that if someone's raped and they get pregnant, they should be able to get an abortion. But it should be taken into the evidence of the rape. The dead fetus should be evidence of the rape. That's just my opinion. But getting back to this, the part where he says sexism is feminism, I agree with that to a degree. A lot of radical feminists are horrible and want nothing more than to wear a man's balls around their neck and pretend that that's equality. A lot of so-called real feminists are either teenage girls sitting behind the monitor of a MacBook Pro that their father paid for, ironically, furiously typing about shit they don't even know about yet. These are my opinions, these are my words. Or guys who are trying to get into the pants of a woman who is dumb enough to be impressed by a guy just because he says he's a feminist. Or a woman who wants to walk around with a woman, I am woman, hear me roar, painted on her tits without getting arrested for having her tits out because female nipples aren't offensive. Going back to the whole, girl that's dumb enough to be impressed by a guy who says he's a feminist. You are impressed by that because you like a guy supporting you, and yet you don't want a guy to make more money than you and take care of you someday. Right? Right? Right. Okay, that's another argument against feminism. I was just gonna throw that in there. I'm not a feminist. I've said this many times. But I keep getting comments like this. This is why I made this video. And why I'm also going to post all this in a blogger post, because I want people to be able to read it in case what I'm saying isn't making much sense. Because it is 11:52, and honestly, as I said, I probably shouldn't be making this video. But I'm not a feminist. But what this man said makes sense, but it also kind of makes fun of his side of he's against feminism, if you couldn't tell. But let's put this all together. Let's put together what he said after I analyzed it and took it apart and stretched it out and made it, a longer thing. Feminism is a way to possibly discipline men in positions of power and females who want to be superior or are. Feminism can only be understood by feminists who invented the patriarchy theory and take part in political activism. Now, I didn't take that part apart very much, but patriarchy is a real thing. So it's not just a theory. But I think feminism's approach to the patriarchy, women who have been, to me, women who have reasons to be mad at every male, which there is no reason in my opinion, so I'm not in that, women who have a reason to be mad at every man they see because they've been oppressed, they've been abused, they've been, in their opinion, they've had, bad experiences every single time a man was involved, should not be the ones making decisions for every woman. They should not be the ones making decisions for every man. And that's where the theory part comes into it, because a theory is something that comes from someone's mind. It's not something that has yet been proven to be. So, that is why the patriarchy theory is in quotation marks in his comment. And taking part in political activism about it would only be able to be understood by other feminists who felt that way, who had the same version or theory of patriarchy in their head. This next bit is probably going to make you laugh. It made me laugh. Where he says feminism is patriarchy, feminism is rape culture, feminism is, I reworded that and stretched it out and put the definitions and stuff in it. Feminism is a form of social organization in which the father is the supreme authority in the family. Feminism is when people get away with rape, or making false rape allegations, or place the blame on the victim of rape. Feminism is specific sexism. Because feminism is sexism. It is. 90% of the time it is sexism, and you can get mad at me for saying that if you want, but it's specific sexism. It's certain women and certain men, because men do this to other men, who feel the need to do this to specific men or specific women or whatever. But there are also people who are very easy targets for these people. Like these jackasses who walk around in fedoras, because, let's face it, they don't actually know if it is really a fedora. They just put it on their head and go, hey, this is my fedora. Shut up. The guys who say, I'm a real gentleman, and I hate being friend-zoned. Well, here's why you get friend-zoned, or what you think friend-zoned is. I don't think friend-zoned is a real word, I don't think it's a real term, and there's people that agree with me on this, men and women. You are the case of feminist, the guy who's trying to get into the pants of a girl, so he says he's a feminist. He says he supports women in every way. But then he tries to undermine a woman by buying her things, saying nice things to her, doing nice things for her that he wouldn't otherwise do unless he was desperately trying to get laid. And the woman that doesn't procreate the feelings for him is the one who's friend-zoning him. First of all, guys, 90% of the time, these feminists that you're hitting on don't trust any man. They don't trust any guys that they come in contact with. They don't. So you trying to be their ally and say, look, I'm on your side, I'm gonna love you, I'm gonna protect you, why should they believe you? In their mind, why should they believe you? So basically you're barking at the wrong tree. They're not lesbians, but they should be, because they don't trust any men. And basically, that is the point of this video. There's a lot of points in this video, and as I said, there's going to be a link to a blogger post, and all the other links and good junk that are in the description normally. And this is going on 15 minutes, and I really didn't think it was going to be that long, but it is, and it's going on, like I said, 15 minutes. And I just wanted to say, everyone have a good day. It's almost Thursday. Might even be Thursday. I slept for a long time. It's Wednesday. Yay! It's Wednesday. I didn't lose a day of the week from my sleeping pattern, for once. But anyways, I'm going to post this on a blog post so you can see it and read it, and maybe it'll make more sense to you, and I hope you enjoy this video. It's going to be part of a playlist that I made, and have a nice evening, everyone. See you later, Space Cadets.